Okay, so this is my third of 3 videos where I will show you how to wash a Sphynx cat, or at least my Sphynx cats. I have my safety goggles on because I'm allergic to them, don't want to get any cat water in my eyes. I have my loofah gloves because Sphynx cats are slippery when they're wet, and it also helps to get all of the dirt off of the cat because they're very oily and sticky. Stanley is about 7 to 8 years old, so he's had 7 to 8 years of baths every week or two. So he's quite used to them, and he's a very good boy. I've trimmed his nails because that's always a good thing to do before you wash the cat, so nobody gets scratched. Got very gentle pet shampoo, fragrance-free if possible. However, this isn't. Their skin is very sensitive. Little container for getting them wet. And again, I'm going to hold him by the front of his chest with my finger, my index and middle finger between his legs, my pinky and ring finger on the right shoulder, or his left shoulder, and my thumb on his right shoulder. And I'm just going to get him wet. And I've already spent a little time telling him what a good boy he is and getting him all relaxed. You don't want the water to be too hot or too cold because they will panic and jump out of the sink, and you don't want that to happen. So once again, as in the first 2 videos, get them all wet. Because Stanley's pretty calm, I'm going to put the shampoo into my gloves so it's not right on his skin because it's cold, and just begin to rub it in. And I forgot to wash his face first, so I will wash his face last. We always like to wash their faces first before there's any shampoo in the water, because you don't want to get any shampoo in their eyes or in their mouth, because that'll sting and it will give them diarrhea. So anyway, I'm continuing just to hold him by the chest, getting between his toes, all the way down his legs, both sides, cleaning his chest, his belly, inside of his back legs. That gets all grimy. And you want to do the butt. And I'm just continuing to hold his chest to keep him from bucking or doing anything like that. But again, he's a very good boy as far as baths go. So you want to wash the back feet all the way up to the heel, between the toes, both sides. And he's being such a good boy, and I'm just going to tell him he's being such a good boy. And the back of the legs, which is always really grimy. The whole tail, especially for the males, the top of the tail needs to be cleaned, especially because they tend to get little, I don't know, I think they call it acne, feline acne, or stud tail or something they call it anyway. There's like little waxy kind of blackheads and stuff that can form there, so you want to get that clean. But as you can see, he's being such a good boy. I'm going to let the water out, and as that's draining, I'm going to start rinsing him. Just keep holding the front legs without strangling them, of course. Keep pulling the front legs down with your hand, and they pretty much can't do anything to you. So now I'm going to turn on the water, get it to very comfortable temperature. Stanley doesn't like this part at all. So I am going to have to hold him with one hand and let the water run over him with the other hand, because for some reason he just doesn't like having the water pour down on him. They're all different. He just doesn't like this at all. But in any event, I'm going to hold him down. I'm going to take the hand sprayer. I'm going to let the cold water run out of it first, and I'm going to hold it with the glove so it's not spraying on him, because that will make him wild. And I'm just going to let the water drizzle over him. all the way up and down. And this is where he starts to cry. And now I'm going to have to use my other hand to sort of finish the job because I do have to hang on to him. Between the toes, both sides. You want to make sure the belly is all clean. Get every trace of soap off of the cat, because if they lift themselves and there's soap on them, they will get diarrhea. So now, because I didn't wash his face first, I'm going to turn the water off because it terrifies him. And I'm going to just scrub his face a little bit without any soap, just with warm water and my gloves. The chin, the cheeks, the sleepies, and the nose, of course. Now there's rinse them, rinse the gloves, and I do it one more time without getting any water in his ears or up his nose. Panicking slightly, but basically that's it. He's done. You don't need to rinse the face because we didn't use any soap on it. Shake off the gloves, put them on the towel, and make sure you get any water out of the ears. Such a good boy. Such a good boy. And just get him all dry. Every inch of him. Such a good boy. Yes. Such a good boy. Get the belly. And under the tail. Between the legs. All dry. And he's done. All clean.